Okay, you've probably heard a lot about how real estate is changing, right? The commissions are all changing. Everything, how we used to do business, is now shifting because of this big settlement. Well, it's true, things are changing. So I thought I'd just shoot a quick video to show you how they're changing. There's some things are changing, but not that much is changing in my opinion. So the old way of doing business is basically, if you hired me to list and sell your property for sale here in the Madison area, for example, you would hire me as your listing agent to help sell the property. And we typically would charge a fee for that. So we have typically done a percentage, we'll call it X% of the purchase price or of the list price as our fee. And then out of that fee, we've also offered some percentage to the buyer's agent. Most real estate deals, there's usually two agents involved, one representing the seller, the listing agent, and then one representing the buyer, the buyer's agent. So total fee that we would typically charge, we would offer some Y fee that we would pay and offer as a compensation to the buyer's agent. And the way that we would make that offer of compensation is in our multiple listing system database. We would enter in there that we were gonna offer some percentage or a dollar amount to the buyer's agent as an incentive to help them also sell the property and pay for their fee. However, with this new settlement, the new law, this is changing. This is going away. Big rule change is this offer of compensation can no longer be offered in our multiple listing system database. The new way of doing business is you would still, say, reach out to me, say, hey, Josh, I need to sell my home. Great, we'll sell your home. I would still be your listing agent, and we would typically still charge some fee, call it X% of whatever, of the list price. And so we would market it and advertise it and try to find a potential buyer. And as I said before, if there's another buyer's agent, because most real estate deals, there's usually two agents involved, so there would still be a buyer's agent that's involved. They would typically charge some fee as well. Maybe it's a percentage or some dollar amount that they're charging as their fee for buyer agency. However, we are not offering that in our multiple listing system. So instead, what is going to happen, and there's a brand new line in our offer to purchase for buyer agent compensation. And they're going to say in their offer that they want you, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, to pay the fee in the offer to purchase. That's the big change, is how that buyer agent fee is being paid and offered. And in my opinion, it's going to be requested in that offer to purchase. Certainly it's negotiable, and they could request some dollar amount or percentage, and we could negotiate and counter or reject some terms of the offer, just like we always could of any other terms of the offer, renegotiate what that would look like to reach an agreement. That's the biggest change. The other big change that isn't really that big of a change in my opinion is that in order for the buyer's agent to show homes to potential buyers, there needs to be a written agreement in place. If you're representing that buyer, you're supposed to have a buyer agency agreement, a representation agreement with that buyer before touring any homes. So those are kind of the two main changes. There's some other things and other fine details as well. If you have any other questions or want to talk more about how this is changing, feel free to reach out, but it'll all be changing on August 17th of this year. So that's the big change with the National Association of Realtors settlement and how we're making these changes happen here in Wisconsin. Hope you found this video helpful. Again, my name is Josh. Have a great day.